Hey, hello everybody. Welcome. Happy Thursday. Every day's a happy day as far as I'm concerned, you know. I appreciate being able to come here and do the things that I like to do, which is talk about cool stuff. Talk about some great products that are available to you here on Amazon. And they're all products that I own and use. So you know you're going to get a complete, honest review here today, right? Hello, everybody. I'm David Burrows, and welcome to Deals with David. Let me just get a few things set up here so we can. So for those who are joining for the first time, will know that we're here at Deals with David. Thanks for being here, and hopefully they're seeing that you got to unmute. If you're already unmuted, that's cool. Wade, hello, Wade. Thanks for being here, Wade. Appreciate you being here and stopping by. Where are you watching from, Wade? I'm always curious to see where my audience is. And if you aren't already doing it, Wade, I'd appreciate you hovering over the screen here and click the follow button so you get notified when I go live. And also, I've got my social media. Where can I put that? Where can I put that? Why don't we do it right there? There we go. Deals with David B on Facebook and Instagram. I also have a YouTube channel, but really, you just follow me there on Facebook and Instagram, and I will post deals available between broadcasts, so you'll be able to keep up with some cool deals there. And integrate with me. Engage with me. That's the word I was looking for. Let me know what it is you're looking for and what you want to see talked about here on the show. I got to drink some water. Pardon me. Hope that didn't break your eardrums. Always got to have my water handy because, we're here for a while. It is 2:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I got this thing lighting up here. How do I do that? I need to mute. That and that. Good. There we go. Now, I do want to go in here and make sure. I've got multiple chats going on, so I need to be able to get the music going in the meantime. Can't spell. There we go. Watching from your basement bathroom. Okay, that's nice. But where in the world? Where do you live? I want to make sure we're not leaving out our YouTube and our Facebook friends. I don't know why is that happening. Your house. Okay, great, sure. If you don't want to tell me, that's fine. Okay, there we go. So if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, there should be a link in the description that says dealswithdavid.live. Click on that, and it'll bring you over here to Amazon, where you'll see more of the shopping experience and you'll see more of the products that I'm going to be talking about here today. So dealswithdavid.live is where we want you to be. You're in California. Oh, nice, Wade. California. Almost made it there. As closest I got to California was Vegas, I guess, right? So that's probably, if I'm correct, it's like 3-4 hours from Las Vegas, right? Welcome. Appreciate you being here. And for those of you who are joining, and if you haven't already done it, hover over, click the follow button. Do me a huge favor. And the more people you follow on Amazon Live, well, it just makes you that much cooler. You're going to get notified more about great products. There's some great Amazon Live creators here on Amazon. Beauty products, audio products, which I'll be talking about here today, household products, pet products, you name it. And all of the Amazon Live creators that are here are 100% approved by Amazon to be official Amazon influencers. Not everybody gets through the door. So you're getting quality reviews, quality broadcasts, and quality broadcasts. Quality products. I said broadcast twice. I didn't mean to say that twice. Amazon customers started following. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, whoever you are. And I need to clean my glasses. Samuel Pioneer. Thank you, Samuel, and another Amazon customer. So we've got 3 new people following us. Thank you so much for being here and clicking that follow button. That really means a lot to me. It's one way to support the channel. Brad Brown. Hello, Brad. Love the streams. We're glad that you're enjoying the streams. I enjoy putting on these broadcasts and streams. I call them broadcasts because I'm old. I've been a live streamer for 11 years. And I know that's hard to believe if you go back 11 years where this world was. But when I first started broadcasting, it was on a platform called Ustream. Like the letter Ustream. Anybody ever heard of Ustream? It's now actually owned by IBM. And back in the day, there were a lot of companies that were very innovative with live streaming. There's, I think, Bambuser is another one. I think they're still out there. I used to use them. Blab used to be a platform for live streaming years ago. And I was one of the first in Canada to get access to the Facebook Live when it first came out in Canada. George Strophanopoulos, who's a talk show guy in our country of Canada where I live, he was the first to get it. So I was very excited about that when that happened. So lots of experience here. I'll be sharing some live streaming tools and stuff, but I've been doing a lot of, I normally, I was having the same products in the carousel, which, you know, as a live streamer, a DJ, that I was a DJ, you know, so I'm really into the audio gear and microphones and stuff. And I don't know if this is in there. I don't think I put this in here. It's my cleaning kit. So, you know, you're getting some experience from this old guy. Don't let the gray hair fool you. What are we seeing here? Wait, I recently purchased a 3070. And I put it on my counter side of a medium saucepan. It was later knocked over my cat's. First of all, I don't know what a 3070 is and how to replace a fan. Nope, can't say that I am a fan guy. I'm not a fan. But call your local electrician, I guess. That's odd. Sorry I can't help you there. Audio gear and some Amazon Basics stuff is what we're going to be talking about here today. And let's see if we're caught in somewhere. We'll close that guy up. We'll bring this up in a moment. Got to refresh. Some good tunes coming up by my Harris Heller. Oh, your 3070 graphics card. Oh, okay. I do know what you're talking about. And I put on my counter inside of a medium saucepan. You mean like the fan in the graphics card or just the fan in the computer? And I would say, like, graphics cards are really tough to get right now, at least for a cheap price. My son said, "Hey, Dad, you should like promote graphics cards because they're a couple $1,000s." I'm like, "No, I'm not gonna." No. Yeah, don't know. I'm not your guy to help with that. Sorry, Wade. I would say probably. I don't know if you can replace a fan in the graphics card. Does the graphics card still work? Hopefully it still works. Don't know why. Having trouble. It's my iPad. Oh, there we go. That looks a little better. Sadly broke into 2 pieces. I've lost other cards this way. I need to find a better storage. Yeah, I would say probably if it keeps happening. I would say, sorry, I'm not BetterHelp. I'll tell you who might be a BetterHelp is an Amazon creator called Utechpia. Utechpia. I will put him in the chat, actually. It is www.amazon.com/ Oh, that didn't work. www.amazon.com. I'm singing, I don't know why. / There, that should help. All right. Yeah, if you check out Utechpia, so Utechpia, Utechpia. His name's David. He's amazing. He's usually on about 9 o'clock Eastern at night. He's in California, actually. So whatever time that is where you're at, Wade. And yesterday he was like building a computer on stream. And he knows way more about the graphics card thing than I do. All I know about graphics cards is how they work. And I mine with them. And they're really expensive or hard to get right now. So sorry, wasn't more help there. And if you are just watching for the first time, there's lots of people out there watching. Hover over and click on that follow button, please. That'll help grow the channel, support me, and you'll get notified when I go live with some great new deals. And I just want to welcome you and invite you to say hello in the chat. Where in the world are you watching from? What state are you in? What country are you in? What province? I'm here in Canada and about 3 minutes from the good old US of A. Unfortunately, not able to cross that border right now because of COVID and everything else. I hope you're all surviving well. We're coming through this. I know they keep saying there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah, it's just a really long tunnel, right? Just a really long tunnel. But fortunately, we've got Amazon, and there's millions of products here to be accessed on Amazon. And I'm one of your official Amazon influencers and very proud to be able to say that. And I'm going to talk to you today. So let's bring up the product page. I don't know if I want to do this. What do you think? I'm going to start like this. I sometimes try to decide, do I put up the product large and then the product page smaller, or vice versa? You guys tell me. Right? So some Amazon basics here today. You always need batteries. And I saw more and more of this, so I actually went around and found my way around to getting my own, because I go through a lot of AA batteries, AAA batteries, you know, batteries for your remote control, right? My wife was always saying, do we have any batteries for it, or a pickup? Well, now I've got the Amazon Basics batteries. Now, I know it says Energizer right in here. It's the same thing. Amazon puts their name on it, which is a big clue, because we trust, you know, things like Amazon. Energizer, Duracell, right? All that stuff. So here is the battery charger, and you'll see in the carousel you can get AA, AAA. You can even get C and D batteries. I don't know what uses C and D batteries, but they still do make them, and they work really well. Charges really fast, and this one charger will do. I should have brought the AAAs. It will do AA or AAA batteries, and you can mix AAA in with AA, or just do all AA or all AAA, whatever works best for you. And it works really well. It's a fast charger as well. I'll get you the amperage there in just a sec. Because you know, when you charge your phone, you're usually charging like an iPhone, for example. When you have the little block charger, that's 1 amp. When you're charging your iPad, anyway, it's the large block iPad charger, because it's charging at 2.1 amps. It needs more power and stuff, more amperage to charge up properly. All right. So if you have any questions about that, please let me know in the carousel. And if you just want to say hello, how's it going? I just, engage in the chat. Should I put that down there, or should I say, please say hello in the chat? There we go. All right, good to see so many people out today. Thursday afternoon. It's beautiful where I am. It's about 30 degrees Celsius. We're not in the Fahrenheit here, but it's warm. And right now, check out these batteries, both of them. 27% off on the AAA. 27% off. That's a great deal. 16 pack. Brad Brown would be great for Xbox players. You mean the battery charger or the batteries? Is that what you're talking about, Brad? I'm not an Xbox guy, so I'm not sure. Like, what would you use AA, AAA? Like, you mean for the Xbox? I don't pretend to know, but I'll let you tell me, Brad. Yeah, 27% off on the batteries, AA, AAA, and really good deal on the charger there as well. And the battery deal just started. I noticed it yesterday, and let's see. So $10.99, you saved. Sometimes they have a coupon. 20% subscribe and save coupon. Coupon available for subscribe and save purchase option only. There you go. The charger, Xbox controllers use. Oh yeah, okay. That's kind of what I thought you meant, but I didn't want to assume. Yeah, right. Perfect. Good idea. First subscribe and save purchase, Amazon AAA, 20% extra savings on your first order applied at checkout. Coupons may be subject to. Okay, so you could be eligible for 20% more. Wade says it works good for Xbox players, but I can't use my Xbox anymore after it fell on my counter and broke. Wade, you're really having a lot of trouble. I would move away from the counter. Would move away from the counter, head into the living room or even the kitchen table or something, man. You keep knocking stuff over. Yeah, Brad, right. Big money saver. Great point. Thanks for sharing that. And yeah, 27% off. And then your big money saver, because you just recharge your batteries for your controller, right? So thanks, Brad, for pointing that out. Appreciate it. And Wade, buddy, I'm feeling your pain, but we're gonna have to, yeah. All right, so there's AAA, AA. Let's get into some Apple AirPods. And the reason I'm talking about this, so I have the regular. Let's switch over to that. I call it the regular. I've got the regular old Apple AirPods. They work great, fantastic. And I'm not a huge headphone guy. I don't listen to a lot of music all the time. I have my earphones in when I'm broadcasting, but I do use them once in a while. So I have those. But right now, you can see the Apple AirPods Pros that my son owns, and he says, Dad, they sound way better, and they work better with Siri, all that sort of stuff. And they're 21% off right now. So pretty good deal right now. And that just started yesterday. So that's like over $50 off, right? Because the regular $249 one, so that's an amazing deal. But then where would I put my... Wade, I think you're messing with me, buddy. Where would I put my medium saucepan? I don't know, way in the cupboard if you're being serious. I think you're messing with me, Wade. There's always one in the crowd. Always one in the crowd. But there you have the Apple AirPods Pro, 21% off. That's over $50 savings right now. So if you've been thinking about it, but you're like, I don't want to spend that much money on headphones. What's wrong with you? Like I've got these ones here. I think they came with an iPhone 4 that I had years ago, but they just do the trick for me. And I can't plug these in because I need the Bluetooth. But they work great. They connect very easily to all my devices. I've got 3 iPads here in front of me. They work all great there. I've got my iPhone, and I've got some other stuff too. So you won't go wrong with a good purchase from Apple. Their quality product. And you can see in there too, like they fit differently, right? See how they have the ear foam in there? Let's see. There's a better. Yeah, look at that. Way better. My son says, Dad, they're like way more comfortable. Way more comfortable. And of course, all the charging and everything is per usual, right? Noise canceling, transparency mode for hearing and connecting with the world around you. This is really cool. If you do this on your phone, let me see if I can show you. Trying to say hello to people on other channels here. So, what's going on here? Our premier is supposed to make a big announcement. All right, I got to fix some things up, so I got to take a short break and I'll be back. Stay with me. All right, I made it back. Sorry about that. Boy, what a day. What a day. All right, just got to pull something up here. I got to try to do two things at once. There we go. Okay, so we got the Apple AirPods going on there for you. And again, the Apple AirPods Pro, really great product. My son loves them, so check that out. All right, well, what I thought we would do today is go over some of the products that are like #1 in their category right now. So let us go back and make sure, get to the right page here. There we go. Now, if you're a photographer, or if you're into photography, or maybe you're thinking about getting started with photography, I can tell you this is going to be one of the ways to go. Now, I got a camera last summer, and I started, I kind of reached out online, and I was like, hey, who's got a camera for sale, maybe, whatever. And this camera came along into my life. Now, I've got an older version. I've got the T2, so mine's several years old. But it just keeps getting better with this one here, the Canon EOS Rebel T7 DSLR camera. Now, I can tell you how simple my camera is to learn and get better at using. And there's just so much you can do with it. Now, if you want to learn about photography, that's going to take a long time. It doesn't matter what camera you have. To learn about photography, to learn about lighting, to learn about shutter speed, ISO, and all these other, how to use flash properly, how to take pictures in the dark or with bad lighting, or how do you take a picture of the sun coming right into your camera lens when you're supposed to have the sun, all that stuff, right? But Canon makes it really simple to learn, right? They make it simple to learn. You still have a lot to learn. And I don't really call myself a photographer. I call myself a professional hobbyist. Because I don't intend to do it to make a living at it or anything, but I enjoy getting out and going for a walk with my camera. We have beautiful parks here where I live, and just getting out and going for a walk and appreciating nature and all the surroundings. And I can tell you, when I get close to taking a picture, I see things that I never noticed around me before. All the detail that is involved in a picture, right? Canon makes it nice and simple and easy to learn. Like I said, I have the older version of this, so I can't really show it to you. I have the same Canon bag though, that comes along with it. I've got a couple more lenses besides what comes with it, but here is what you're getting with it. The Canon Rebel, dual pixel, eye detection, so it's looking for the subject, right? Built-in Wi-Fi and NFC technology working. Working temperature range is 32, so you know you're okay in cold temperatures and fairly warm temperatures by the look of it, well, right? So built-in Wi-Fi, that's so you can actually take that, transfer it to a device right away, and so you don't have to take your memory card out, etc. Right? So that's really handy as well. Optical viewfinder with 95% viewing coverage. Wow. The EOS Utility Webcam Beta software. Oh yes, I did see this the other day, and they talked about using your DSLR as a webcam. Why wouldn't you if you have one, right? Because you get amazing picture quality. Even though there's some great, Logitech makes some great webcams like the 920 and the 922, which is what I use for other broadcasts. But if you can use your DSLR camera for a webcam, whew. In fact, I think there is a video about it here.
As the Premier mentioned, thanks to the collective effort.
Nice large LED screen. So it's got all different settings. Like if you're taking portraits, there's a settings for that. If you're taking landscape pictures, there's a settings for that. If you're doing sports where you need to click, 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 there's a settings for that. So you can just set it and do your thing and press the button and it auto focuses for you. Really will take a nice picture. But if you still want to learn beyond that and be able to do those kind of things manually on your own, or you want to alter things or add different filters to get different creative effects, you can do that in here as well. So for me, I like just getting out, setting it landscape mode. Okay, I'm taking a picture of a flower, it's in landscape mode. And then I get comfortable with the camera. And then as I grew, I started to put it in manual mode, and I would adjust and I would play with lighting and stuff. It's a lot of fun to do. And it doesn't have to be super expensive to get involved into the hobby. This is an Amazon's best choice as well. Amazon's choice, I should say. This particular model's got over almost a 5-star rating, 735 ratings. Let's check out some of those. What do we got here? I wanted to get back into photography and saw this newer model Rebel. Everything came in one box, small, easy to use. 2 lenses gave me everything I needed to get started. There you have it. And that was back in 19. I'm a lifelong Canon fan, easy to use, and it is complete set with zoom. Excellent camera for beginners and experienced alike. I bought an attachable flash for myself, but it does come with one. There you go. I cannot use this and will return it. The camera does not include what you would think would be the standard 3.5mm jack. Oh, okay. So there's a guy who just didn't read the description. Couldn't be happier. For my entire life, I've loved photography, but I've never owned anything more than your average point and shoot cameras in the $100 to $200 range. For the past decade, I've only used the camera on my iPhone. I can attest to that because I'm a huge iPhone fan. And you know, iPhone, this is the iPhone XR. My son has the iPhone 12. It's got 3 cameras. Like, they just keep making them better and better. But there's still some things you can't do with the iPhone that you can do with DSLR cameras, right? And I suspect it'll always, they might make the cameras better, but you don't have all the photo, landscape, sports, all those presets in there. You still really have to know how to use the camera on an iPhone, which if you can learn that, you can take some great pictures and some great video. But there's just something about the feel of a camera as well, and holding it up to your eye and being able to adjust, the feel to take the shot that you're looking for. I've had a lot of fun walking around our parks. We've got some beautiful birds around our parks here, and I can get zoomed in right close up without having to get too close, because if you get too close, then you scare them away as well, right? So, main thing I've always wanted was a camera that could shoot with good depth of field, you know, where the subject being photographed is in sharp focus, but the background is blurry, giving the object a more realistic 3D look. This camera does that spectacularly, even in fully automatic autofocus mode. There you go. Large LCD screen. I said LED screen, LCD screen. There's a couple that say better off with a normal camera, but I would say overall close to a 5-star rating, so that's got to tell you something, right? Now let's go back. There it is. Oops. Yeah, the touch control is really easy to use. Let's get in here. It's actually a little smaller than what my camera is, so they've done that very well. The EOS webcam utility. Turn your compatible Canon EOS camera into a high quality webcam. Learn more. Okay, but I think they're, yeah, streaming with EOS webcam utility. So they've got instructions on how to do that. Here's a video. Let's take a look at this. And I've watched this. It's going to explain it a little better than I can. Doo-doo.
We at Canon are proud to announce the release of the official version of our EOS webcam utility software for Windows. Now let's learn how you turn your compatible Canon EOS camera into your main webcam using only a USB cable. What's up everyone, I'm Renato, Senior Pro Market Specialist for Canon USA. And in this video, I will show you how you can use your compatible Canon EOS camera as a high quality USB webcam for your online video conferencing and live streaming with a Windows computer. This video is divided into 3 parts. In part 1, we will learn how to install the software on your computer, how to set up the camera, and how to enable EOS Webcam Utility within your favorite application. In part 2, we will learn about the updates from the beta version. And in part 3, we will talk about our support materials and our online community, which may be helpful for you. So let's get started. Before we start, if you have the beta version of EOS Webcam Utility installed on your computer, be sure to uninstall it before proceeding. To begin, you will need to download the new software. Head over to our service and support page to download EOS Webcam Utility for Windows. The link to the page is provided in the description below. If you are based outside the United States, please visit the Canon support website for your local region. Once the download is complete, extract the zip file and double-click on Setup. After installation, you will need to restart your computer. And don't forget to check out the included README files that are in the zip file. They will have some tips on how to get the most out of your experience with the software. Now let's get your camera ready. First, turn on your camera and place it in movie mode and set it to a full HD quality setting. Then adjust your exposure settings to your desired look. Once you've locked in your exposure, you can then connect the USB cable to the camera. Now the next step, connect the other end of your USB cable to one of your USB ports on your computer. From here, open your favorite video conferencing or streaming application and locate EOS Webcam Utility in your video settings. Select EOS Webcam Utility and you can now use your compatible Canon EOS camera as your dedicated webcam. But if you don't see your live feed and you do see any of the following error screens, please visit our website to learn more details to help troubleshoot. If you still need further technical support, head over to our support page for more assistance. As you can see, I'm currently using a traditional USB webcam as my video source. But once I switched over to EOS Webcam Utility, I am now using the Canon EOS RP as my new web streaming camera, offering a better looking image for all my online video meetings and live streaming.
All right, wow, really powerful to be able
Hey guys,
to do that.
this is Paul,
Oh.
and this is the Canon T6.
We're gonna come
one of the
to-
cheapest
Hold
DSLRs
on.
on the market.
Pause.
I wanted.
Oh, not mute.
Well, I bought.
Pause. There we go. We'll start that over in a second. So really powerful to be able to use that as a webcam. I can tell you again, live streaming, pardon me. There we go. Live streaming for 11 years now. I've seen a lot of progress in webcams. Like I remember back in the day, like a 3 megapixel webcam, and you're like, woo, right? Now, if it's not like at least 10 or something or 12, you're going, really? Especially you gamers out there, and you're really into your clear quality webcam right now. I mean, if you're just doing something for Zoom, etc., obviously your Logitech webcams, etc., work very well. But if you really want to get professional quality live stream, almost like what you're seeing here, you're definitely going to make a difference by being able to use your DSLR camera, and Canon has made it really possible to do that. Here's another video. This is a shorter one. He's going to talk a little bit more about what you can do with the Canon. Take a look.
One of the cheapest DSLRs on the market. I wanted to see what sort of quality I could get out of this budget camera, so I bought a bundle that included this 18 to 55 millimeter kit lens and this 75 to 300 millimeter telephoto lens. Starting out with the camera body itself, it feels surprisingly great for the price with pretty much the same build quality as my Canon 90D. However, taking a closer look, you will see that there are several compromises made in terms of features on the T6. There's no top LCD, there's no scroll wheel on the back, there are fewer dedicated buttons, and a less pronounced grip. All of these are pretty reasonable sacrifices in my opinion, but what's harder to work with is the lack of a flip-out display, touchscreen, and a microphone input jack. These are all key features that I use all the time on my 90D, especially when I'm filming myself for videos. Since the Canon T6 supports wireless connectivity to smartphones through the Canon Camera app, I thought I would be able to just use my smartphone as a monitor. But when I connected, I found out that this feature is only available for photo mode and not available in video mode. So that's really disappointing because that would have been incredibly useful for video monitoring. So to get features like self-monitoring and a better microphone than the onboard one on the T6, you'd have to invest in something like an external monitor and a separate microphone to sync in post. What really matters most with any camera is the actual image quality. So I'll start off with reviewing the T6's photos and then move on to video. So the photos I was able to get with this thing really impressed me. They're very sharp because of that 18 megapixel sensor with good color accuracy. Canon is known for their great color science, and I can push the raw files really far in post. Check out this picture I took of a plane flying into the sunset. The original image is completely overexposed and blown out, but I was able to pull all of this color out through some pretty simple editing because that information was still retained in the original raw file. And when I actually compared the T6 to my 90D, I was blown away by how similar the two were. Obviously, the 90D was a little bit sharper because of its 32 megapixel sensor, while the T6 has just 18 megapixels. But other than that, the photos from these two were very similar in terms of color reproduction and overall quality. But one area that I did notice a pretty big difference in was low light conditions. First off, the T6 is limited to just 6400 ISO, while the 90D can go up to 25,600. But more importantly, the 90D just shows much less noise at the same ISO levels as the T6. In this comparison shot, both images were taken at ISO 6400, but the T6 shows much more noise. The noise is pretty visible from ISO 800 and up, and 1600 is probably about the highest I would want to go before noise just becomes too noticeable. So I'd say that this camera definitely performs much better in properly lit environments. I think now is a good time to briefly go over the lenses that came with the bundle, just in case you're interested in purchasing the bundle. So you have your 18 to 55 millimeter kit lens and the 75 to 300 millimeter telephoto. And these lenses might be cheap, but for a beginner, they're more than enough to get you started in photography, especially the 18 to 55 millimeter. The great thing about the 18 to 55 is that it has image stabilization, which helps a lot with handheld photography. This is also just a great focal range for beginners because you can shoot wide at 18 millimeters for things like landscapes, but still have a bit of zoom for things like portraits or anything else that would require a zoom. The 75 to 300 is a usable telephoto lens, but it would be a whole lot better if it had image stabilization, because when shooting at those longer focal lengths, any sort of shake in your hands is gonna decrease the sharpness of those photos. And I noticed this in my shots that I took with it during my testing. The photos were just a little bit on the soft side. But for how cheap these lenses are, I would say that they're definitely worth it. Moving back to the T6 body, let's talk settings. So you can adjust your sharpness, contrast, saturation, and color tone just like you can on the more expensive Canon DSLRs. But one downside is that interacting with the menus is a little bit more difficult and tedious without the touchscreen. So that slowed me down a lot when I was out shooting. And this brings me to one of my biggest complaints about the T6. The user experience is just not quite as fluid as I'd want it to be. For example, when I'm taking a picture with the 90D, even in live view mode, the dual pixel autofocus will lock in almost immediately and I can snap my picture and move on. With the T6, the autofocus is relatively fast when using the viewfinder, but when shooting in live view mode, it is just way too slow, sometimes taking up to 5 seconds or longer to lock in focus. This caused me to just barely miss focus in several shots, which was pretty disappointing to see. Thankfully, Canon does include what they call autofocus quick mode, and this is pretty interesting. It basically temporarily interrupts the live view image, focuses, and then changes back to live view mode. And this is much faster than just shooting in live view mode. This somewhat makes up for the issue, but it's obviously not an ideal solution, especially if you're trying to shoot a moving subject. Speaking of shooting moving subjects, if you are shooting in continuous mode, the T6 can take up to 3 frames per second, but pauses after just 6 shots if shooting in RAW mode. However, if you are taking continuous JPEGs, it appears to have an unlimited buffer depth, which is pretty nice. And moving on to video, I'll just say that the T6 isn't great for the way I like to shoot video. It can shoot up to 1080p videos at 30 frames per second, but it does look to be a bit on the soft side, even when I compare it to my 1080p footage
I personally
shot
like
with
the
my
T6
90D.
better than
And
the
video on the
90D look.
T6 has two major drawbacks, one of which I already mentioned, the lack of a flip-out display, but the other is the lack of continuous autofocus. This means that you'll have to use manual focus for everything you're shooting, which makes things a lot more difficult, especially if you're shooting in a shallow depth of field or filming a moving subject. But if you can get by without autofocus, a flip-out display, and don't forget that there's no microphone input jack, the T6 is definitely usable for video. So all in all, is the T6 worth it? I would say absolutely if you're looking for a solid budget DSLR to get started in photography. Especially with the bundle, you'll get 2 lenses and a camera body capable of shooting very high quality pictures. However, if video is your main focus, I'd probably look elsewhere. But for photos and the occasional video, the T6 is still a great budget option.
There you go. Awesome. Now, what I liked about that was that was a really honest review, because he really talked about the negatives of it as well. I mean, if you want to call it negatives. But here's what we're talking about here today. $549 right now in the carousel. And if you want to get started in something, this is the place to start. It's the #1 selling camera on Amazon right now. Let's pull that. I don't know if I can do that. How do I do that? How do I do that? I can just go. Oh. Best sellers. Whoops. Now you can do this from, if you go to best sellers, you can go. Let's try it like this, actually. That's how we did it. Amazon best sellers. Whoops. I think this is what I looked at. And then you go camera and photo products. Okay, so all these are top sellers. Thought I had it where it was just DSLR cameras. I don't know what was in there. I think I'm looking in the wrong place. But it is an Amazon, whoops, Amazon's choice. And when it's an Amazon's choice, that means they've looked into the company, they've looked into the product, they've tested the product in order for it to qualify to have their Amazon logo right beside their product. So I have the older version of this and I love it. It's great to get out. It's easy to use, gets you comfortable with the camera holding onto it. He did say, like, if you're into doing some great video, this is not the way to go. But in my opinion, I don't buy a camera to do video. I buy something to take video that's made for that specifically. And honestly, an iPhone, you can do really well with that, or a video camera, right? So, but that depends on your purpose. But at this price point, really great way, entry level to get in, and Canon, quality name. You won't go wrong with getting started with this. And these things tend to hold their value too. So if you had this and then maybe you had it for a year or two and then you wanted to resell it, you could probably get close to, if you looked after it really well, close to what you pay for it as well. So just something to think about there. Okay, let's get into computers. Pewters. Hello, Professor Tirado. Did I say that right? I hope I said that right. Thank you for the follow, Professor. I appreciate that. Where are you coming from? Are you an Amazon Live creator? That seems, your name seems familiar. But I appreciate you following me. And for anyone who is here who is an Amazon Live creator, if you're one of the fortunate ones to have been approved to be able to broadcast here on Amazon Live, by all means, share your link in the chat. Happy to spread the love around. There's lots of Bernardo in the Facebook group. Oh, okay. in New York City. Very good. So are you a live creator? Are you going live on Amazon, Bernardo? Oh, very good. Is that your first one? I love talking to new people and meeting new people and other Amazon Live creators. So you're going live tomorrow. Is that your first one? And feel free to type in your link in the chat. You know, your Amazon.com/shop Professor Tirado. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Well, let's pull that up. Let's go have a look at you. Amazon.com. We can always come back to the.
We're looking at approximately June the 14th, 15th, somewhere around there, as Dr. Williams mentioned. Once we hit the 60% or we hit the 70%, we have to allow 2 to 3 weeks after that.
Amazon.com/shop/ Oh, you've been streaming a few weeks. Great. How are you liking it? Typically go live on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays, 3:30 or 5:30. So today's your day off. /Professor Tirado. There you are. Check this out, guys. Check this out. Professor Tirado. I want my... let's try this here. Whoops. Click. Let's do it like this. Career Insights, the psychology behind work. The Career Insights with Professor Tirado. And cool. Okay, or careerinsights.shop. Perfect. I have deals with David.shop, so I get that. So what are we talking about here? Recommend Chameleon the Rain. Oh, so books. A great way to change up artwork. Unboxing. You're doing some unboxing. Oh, microphones, fans. Oh, you got a lot going on here. That's great. Simplify your life with smart tech products for home and office. Book recommendations and interviews with Amazon authors. Follow to get the latest Amazon deals. I'm already following you there, so that's great. That's where I've seen you go live before, and that's something similar to what I'm going to be doing too. I talk about the tech stuff here, audio gear, live streaming tools. I've been a live streamer for 11 years, and some books as well. And I have some friends who have written books that are now on Amazon, and some other Amazon books that I actually have narrated for the author that are available. And I'm going to be bringing them on here to interview as well. So we're kind of similar, man. That's cool. Latest Amazon deals, product unboxing, and product demos. Yeah, right on, man. Well, if you're anything like me, you know you want to do a professional setup and you're really enjoying it. I'm digging your setup. Thank you very much. I try to make it unique, right, compared to everyone else, right? So awesome. Say hello next time. I definitely will. Because I'm not live tomorrow at this point. You never know. I'm typically live Monday, Tuesday, 10:30 in the morning. Taking Wednesdays off, I think. And then Thursdays, 2:30 to 4:30. And we'll be back again tonight at 9 o'clock, maybe. And then I'm still figuring out my consistent schedule, but I know I have to do that. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate you following as well. And that's what it's all about here on Amazon Live. We support each other, all us Amazon creators, and we want to support you by bringing you quality products. And when it says Amazon's Choice, that means it's a quality product that, you know, it's a solid company, solid product. And we just saw some honest reviews in there as well. I always check out all of these videos and all the products before I place them in my carousel. And I own and use all of these products, so you know you're going to get an honest, very high level of integrity review. When I do start having some sponsorships, and I do have some coming on the way, I will be very clear that this is a sponsored product, but I also test the product before I use it, and I don't put it on here unless I believe in the product. All right, let's get back to where we were here. Thanks again. I'm so glad you said hi, man. That's awesome. All right, let's do this one. I gotta give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. All right, I'm multitasking here. All right, so here is the Cyber Power PC Gamer Supreme Liquid Cool Gaming PC. I can tell you, I'm not really a gamer. My son is. And I am into Bitcoin and mining and try to buy a graphics card right now. Good luck with that. And if you can, you're paying major doulas, right? So if you can buy a computer right now for gaming, that means it was built prior to all this craziness where, yeah, they're saying it's going to be like 2022 before we can even buy graphics cards again. So I don't know what else to tell you about that there. But while I have a lot of knowledge about computers, I definitely rely on the experts, and I consider my son an expert because he's a gamer. He builds computers. He built a computer that I use on my other setup over there for, I have 3 studios set up in here. I have this studio for Amazon, which I'm broadcasting with an iPad. And then I have another studio over there for my weekly talk show. And then over here where I record all my audiobooks. So I still rely on him to be the expert. And he said, you know what, Dad, that wouldn't be a bad one to get somebody started with. So if you're looking to get started into this, just under $1,900, super duper, he said. Now, he tends to, he goes, you know, it's AMD Ryzen 7. Now, if you don't know anything about computers, that's a pretty fast processing chip for an AMD. There's AMD and Intel are the 2 major brands that like to compete against each other. Now, if I ask the question, AMD or Intel, I teach college students and I teach live streaming as well. And when I ask them, what do you guys think, AMD or Intel? If I asked that question 2 years ago, they would probably say Intel. Now, they're pretty split. They're like AMD, Intel, AMD, you know, because AMD has really picked up their game. So either way now, you probably aren't likely to go wrong depending on what size or what speed you're getting. So Ryzen 7, lots of power there, 3.9 gigahertz. It's got the GeoForce RTX 3060 in there, which is one of the latest from NVIDIA. 12 gigabytes in that card. Wow. 16 gigabytes DDR RAM. Awesome. A terabyte SSD. So it's really super fast. So what that is a hard drive that's really super fast to access. That's what an SSD is. You got a full terabyte of that. Wi-Fi ready. Windows 10 Home. This one just comes right out of the box and you're good to go. Comes with liquid cooling. Nice, because these things get hot. Tempered glass panel. Custom RGB case lighting. That's important. Got to have the lighting. Got to have the cool lighting. USB gaming keyboard with and a 7 colors gaming mouse. 1 year parts and labor. And free lifetime tech support. Well, that alone has huge value. That alone has huge value. And it's going to look pretty. It's going to look pretty. This is awesome. All right, we're just an hour into our broadcast here, and we're right now talking about the CyberPower PC gaming computer that's available. This is one of the #1 best sellers right now on Amazon as far as PC gaming computers go. You can just, if you just Google Amazon best sellers, and then it'll pull up the Amazon list, and you can pick your categories. So if you're looking for quality products, you can do, or you can just do that right from the search bar here, right up top from this broadcast. And whatever you purchase from there, whatever you purchase here in the carousel or whenever you purchase and you come here and you click on something, but then you go to another product, as long as you started here and you purchase something, you're supporting me in this channel, helps me keep this channel free for you, and keeps me coming back the 4 days a week that I am, and I'm hoping to add in a 5th day pretty soon as well. So anything you do here today supports. Cheers. My glass of water. Gotta have that. All right. Are you a gamer? Do you have a really, I call it a super ninja computer? Tell me in the chat, what is it you're using for your gaming? Love to know about it. Love to know about it. And look, and there's our friend Howard Vale. He's talking everyday tech. And he's talking about computers, and he's got it in his carousel as well. So there you go. Good to see you, Howard. He doesn't know I'm talking about him. Just trying to get to my next. Here we go. And a little more portability here. This is the Acer Nitro 5. This is a gaming laptop. My son had one similar to this, and he said he really loved it as well. But this is like top of the line Acer Nitro 5 gaming laptop, 9th generation Intel, a Core i5. So this thing moves. NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1650, HD display, 8 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM, plenty. Wi-Fi 6 backlit keyboard, Alexa built in. Oh, wow, that's, oh, she probably heard me over there. Acer, I remember years ago, and I'm talking about 20 years ago, like I worked in a computer store, and Acer came out, and it was like, they were kind of, people weren't thrilled with them in the beginning, but they really stepped up their game, and they've really been making some high quality stuff now, to the point where they've got a lot of respect in the computer world. They've given like Hewlett-Packard and Dell, they've really given them a run for their money, especially in the gaming world. Acer computers are really well known for good speeds and reliability, and big reliability, not overheating, that sort of thing. And I know one other fellow that does have this Acer Nitro, and he goes, oh yeah, this is a great place to start, especially if you're wanting to game, like being able to move around and be portable, which my son did for the longest time. Now he's into virtual reality, so he just runs everything off of his desktop that he built. But you won't go wrong. And again, and this is another Amazon's top, it's the #1 bestseller. There you go. Take a look at that. #1 bestseller here today. That's what we're talking about. That's what we want you to see. #1 bestsellers. Wow, $724. There you go. You're getting a live deal, actually, because it says $769 on the page, but here in the carousel, $724.99. So you're saving some money just by being here live today. So if you're just joining, I want to say hello and welcome. My name is David Burrows, and I am your one of your official Amazon Live influencers. I'm going to be here for the next little while talking to you about some more products coming up. Right now, I'm just talking about #1 bestsellers. This is the #1 best-selling laptop on Amazon out of all the choices, and a great price that you can get started at here if you are looking for something portable, something with lots of speed. This would be great for live streaming as well. When you get into live streaming and you start broadcasting things, you're live here and you got other programs running in the background, and it starts to suck all that power away. This is going to keep you going without any lag in your video. You'd be able to, you could game and live stream with this for sure, especially with the i5 9300 in there and NVIDIA GeForce, great graphics cards. And it's got what's her name built in there. Really nice large screen at 15.6 inches, so easy on the eyes. See more product details. Let's see what else there is to talk about. Whoa, what's going on here? That's pretty cool that it's got the Echo Dot built into it, right? Very cool. Very cool. All right, let's look at some other top products here today. Another Amazon's choice here. This is, well, surveillance camera, right? The Wisecams cameras have become super popular to use for home monitoring, use it in your business, even for a baby monitor, right? And there's so much flexibility in these Wyze cameras to be able to connect them all together, to be able to monitor from your phone, and at a very reasonable price, coming in under $33 here today. So that's worth it. And another Amazon's choice. Outdoor video camera, so it's weatherproof, right? Pets, baby monitor, like I mentioned. Oh, pets, I never thought of that. You know, you want to monitor the pets while you're away out of the house. Color night vision. Two-way audio. So if you see somebody come into your living room and you see it on your phone, you can go, hey, what are you doing in here? Get out. Or maybe somebody's there and you're going, hey, kiddo, how you doing? Can you do me a favor and run the dishwasher? Oh, sure. Yeah, okay. You know, whatever, right? So two-way audio, which is nice. And works with Alexa. And, oh, she heard me. Alexa, who's your favorite AI?
Here's a clue. She works for Amazon and loves to sing.
Oh, she's funny, isn't she? Hey Siri, who's your favorite AI?
I forget.
You forget. There you go. The Wyze camera, another Amazon's choice. This is the #1 seller in the camera section. I wonder if we can, here, let's go back to that. Best Amazon, oh, did I close it? I think I did. Oops. Oh, that didn't work out right. There it is. Check this out. Oh, this is where I went. Yeah, see, there it is. Camera and photo products. And there it is. It is the #1 selling camera on Amazon. So got to be going on something right there with the Wyze camera. And coming in at a great price as well. 1080p, color night vision, indoor and outdoor, motion and sound detection. You can actually go in and select, like that motion thing. It was always like, you know, if crickets moved around or something, it would set things off. You can actually set a specific spot in the video, so that only if it sees that, then it sets things off. So if the sunlight changes or something, it doesn't do that. So that's awesome. The Wyze camera, excuse me, #1 on Amazon. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? All right, let's get into some Wi-Fi routers. Got a lot of products to go through, but I have this one here, so this will be more fun. This will be more fun. My product cam set up here a little better for you. All right. There we go. All right, TP-Link. Let's set this up like this. How about that? All right. For those of you just joining, hello and welcome. This is Deals with David, and I hope you've unmuted, right? See that right above there? It says unmute. And just a little further over here, if you're hovering, do me a favor, click that follow button so you get notified every time I go live here, which is about 4 days a week and about 8 times a week. 8 times in 4 days. Usually here a couple times in the morning and in the evening as well. And then I usually take the weekends off so I can go ride my motorcycle and have some fun with that. But you need to have a good router in your house, right? And sometimes, like, there are just hundreds of different types of routers. And why do they make so many different ones? Well, it depends on the size of your house, depends on speeds, how many channels you want, how many walls you got in the way from each other. Do you want to connect one together? Do you just need one for your little one-bedroom apartment? What is it that you need? Well, the TP-Link has been around for many, many years and very, very reliable. Between TP-Link and Linksys, both great products. But I've honestly leaned more and more towards TP-Link in the past few years. I just find their connectivity better. I find them easier to program, easier to set up, and I find them more compatible with other Wi-Fi routers. If you have to interlink sometimes, you know, the TP-Link, just really user-friendly, easy access by, you know, logging into your computer that it's connected to be able to go in and change all the different settings around. One of the things it's got that I really like is, you know, if you want to tell the kids, hey, you're only allowed to be on your phone from this time to this time, you can actually change some settings in this so that from 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock, you're home from school, but it's time to do homework. You can shut off the Wi-Fi until a certain time. So kind of cool. Guest access, all that sort of stuff. But here it is, 1.75 or 1750 megabytes per second, or 1.75 gig, right? So super fast. You could use this for gaming. 2.4 gigahertz, and 5 gigahertz at 1300. So ideal for the online gaming. Ultra HD. So if you got your Netflix or your Prime Video, which why wouldn't you have Prime Video? Do you have Amazon Prime? If you are ordering once every couple of months a product on Amazon, you should have Amazon Prime. It pays for itself after like 3 orders, right? And not only do you get free shipping included with most products available on Amazon, you also get Amazon Prime Video. Let's take a look at that real quick as well. Here's Amazon Prime Video on my Hisense TV. Amazon Prime Video. I'm really into reruns. I've been watching old Law and Order, Criminal Intent, and just Law and Order reruns from the 90s, right? And then of course you can set up all your accounts with, I got myself, my wife Jennifer, my son, right? And look at this. And like they're just making all these fantastic movies. Line of Duty. Let's see. Oh, what is that? Horizon. Well, police drama, right? So they've got Amazon Originals. This is like the #1 movie on Amazon right now, without remorse. The Underground Railroad. Disturbing but well put together series. There's my Law and Order reruns, right? There's just so much. And you get that included when you have Amazon Prime. You also get Amazon Music. That's right, Amazon has its own music service. I don't know if you know about this, Amazon Photos. So you can have your devices connected to Amazon. Unlimited photo storage, right? All included with your Amazon Prime. You even have Amazon Books that you can download for free, all included because you have Amazon Prime. So definitely worth having that when you're dealing with Amazon. All right, so TP-Link, this has 3 detachable antennas. So that helps with your stable wireless connection, right? This is great in, like I had this down here in our basement before I have the newer one that I have, and it goes all through my house. If you're in a 1-bedroom apartment, like my friend is, he uses this and it works very, very well for him, right? Dual USB ports for storage and printer sharing, or if you wanted an FTP server or a media server. So you could have a USB stick with your files, your photos on it, and then connect your TV upstairs to it, and you could have a slideshow and watch all your. So there's lots that it does. Come out here. You can set up a guest network on this. You can even control it from your phone. If you can see right there, there's an app that you could scan and get to set things up via your phone if you didn't have access to it on a computer. All right, here's everything that comes along with it. Ooh, if I can get it out of there. All right. One of the things I always say about products, if they have a sturdy box and an easy to read manual, then it's probably a good quality product, right? So here's the manual. Quick installation guide, right? Connecting the hardware. Power off the modem and remove the backup battery if any, okay? Now let's go. Comes in French. TP-Link's Tether app lets you manage the router on smart devices. You can view the information about wireless clients, parent control your kids' access, block or unblock wireless access, configure some basic settings, etc. So like when you can read that and it's like spelt good, you know, you probably got a good quality product coming there. So there you go, TP-Link quick installation guide. There's some more in-depth instructions as well. Okay, and here on the back, so here's where you come in from your modem, your Ethernet cable, right? And then you can connect up to 4 devices. So your computer, maybe another laptop, or maybe you got 2 computers in the same room, or you're going to run wire through the house. So you can 4 different devices will all run off of this, and you'll still get good quality streaming from it as well. Very simple to put together. You got your 3 antennas, right? And they're flexible. Right, all 3 together here. When I first used this, I use a different one now just because I have different needs. This right here, I had this all set up and going. You know, by the time I set that up, plugged it in, logged in and set up, you know, my password and everything else, like easily 15 minutes, if that. If you have experience with setting these things up, 5 minutes. If you don't, 15 to 20. You really can get through this. And with the step-by-step installation guide there, you'll be able to do this blindfolded. Well, okay, don't quote me on that. And you saw just how easy it was to get that all set up as well. It's nice and light, but solid. All right, it's not cheaply made. TP-Link puts out great products. There's your USB inputs for your media server, your FTP server if you want it. What's really cool about this, though, I like, so on-off button, of course. But let's say you just want to turn the Wi-Fi off. You just want to turn it off. You just flick the switch. And the reason that that's handy is if you want to turn it off, you got to shut that off, and then you got to boost everything back up. You got to wait for it to boot up. Sometimes you got to unplug the cables and everything to reboot or reset. With this, you just turn the Wi-Fi on and off. It's that simple. All right. So TP-Link. One of the top selling on Amazon. Again, we're talking about Amazon's Choice. You can see the branding right there beside it in the carousel or on the product page. And I always, and I haven't, sometimes I get stuff, you know, and then when if I upgrade or something, I'm like, okay, I might sell that or something someday, or maybe I'll keep it around. Like this I'm going to keep. Because you never know. I do this backwards. That's better right there. Always keep the box and always keep the manuals. I'm a ham radio operator as well, and hams are known for buying and selling, trading radios and all that sort of stuff. Same thing nowadays too, right? When you're selling on Marketplace or Kijiji or anything like that. Save the box and the manuals. Because if you sell something and I show up or you show it to me and it comes out of its original box, still has the manual and everything, that's a great selling feature. People go, wow, this guy really looks after his stuff. I feel confident in my purchase. And just like here with Amazon, because it says Amazon's Choice, you can feel really confident in your purchases here. All quality products when it says Amazon's Choice right beside the product on the page. So there you go, the TP-Link AC1750. All right. Okay, where are we at? Where are we at? All right. The Elgato CamLink, and I don't know if I didn't bring it out. This is really neat for, just plug this into USB. You can plug this into an HDMI if you want to, use it for live streaming from like a video camera, an older video camera, or you just want to be able to monitor something from, you can use this on an iPad as well. I've used it on an iPad. And Elgato just makes really quality products. They make a lot of products for live streaming, from the Elgato CamLink to the Elgato, what's it called? That's terrible. Elgato, it's a controller for live streaming, so you can switch between Stream Deck, the Elgato Stream Deck. Elgato, just a really quality company, and I just wanted to throw them in there because, again, we're talking Amazon's choice here again. So if you're looking for something to stream HD from your computer or from a Handycam, like I have a Sony Handycam, for example, works great for that. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, I gotta stretch. I brought this up yesterday for the first time, so I did want to bring it up again in case you missed it. Let me just see if I can. Here we go. This was not yesterday, Tuesday. I brought this out because I've had it for a while, and I was like, oh, I haven't featured that yet, and I really need to. So let me go back, bring it up. All right. Oops. Well, what happened there? Refreshing? Ruh-roh. I got too many open. Try this again, shall we? There we go. Much better. All right, this is the W King Bluetooth speaker. Now, there's a lot of Bluetooth speakers out there. And I guess that's probably one of the great things about what happened to my... Oh, that's why. That's one of the great things about Amazon Live is you get guys like me and ladies like who are out there as well giving you honest reviews of all this stuff, right? Here we go. Love this television. Love this television. All right, so this is the Bluetooth speaker with a lot of the different choices out there. Like I was saying, it's nice to be able to come here to Amazon Live and talk to some people who have used these products. There's so many choices, like the Wi-Fi router. You won't go wrong with that AC1750, and you really won't go wrong with the W King Bluetooth speaker. Now, they have different options there, but this is the one that I went with. Now, some great brands out there, like Bose makes great speakers, and they have for years, right? But I didn't want to spend the $400 or $500 on a Bose speaker. I just wanted something that I could maybe take to the beach when we go to the park, that kind of stuff. I can maybe throw it over my shoulder when I'm on the motorcycle if I'm going somewhere. But I wanted good sound, and I wanted solid, right? Now, I get you get what you pay for. But there had to be another option out there. And I forget how I discovered this, but I came across W King. And they make great Bluetooth speakers. Now, what's great about this is it's strong and durable. It's weather resistant. It's sand resistant, I believe. Let's check this out. I'm pretty sure it said, yeah, there it is. Waterproof, and it's a power bank. So, for example, you've got your phone, right? So you've got this all charged up, but now your phone's dying, so how are you going to play the music? That was segue into, there we go. It's got a USB port on the back, so you can plug in your USB charger. Now, of course, that's going to take away from the power of this, but for what you need to charge your phone, and this gives you, this has an 8,000 milliamp battery in it. So 24 hours. It boasts 24 hours of playtime from a full charge. Your iPhone or your Galaxy, doesn't need that much. It needs like 1 amp. So you could charge your phone up and still have several hours of playtime here. So that's important as well. Waterproof Bluetooth speaker. It's not only sturdy, as I mentioned, it's shockproof, but waterproof, dustproof, and sandproof. So you're going to the beach, somebody walks by and they're kicking sand at you. They're kicking sand at your speaker. it's going to resist that as well. So it really is, it's got a good weight to it. It's got a good weight to it. Sturdy strap, right? You can see the strap here. So, and these connectors here are metal attachments. So you know it's nice and solid as well. And this is what I like about it. The shoulder strap, it's not just a cheaply made shoulder strap. They've got the rigid, you see how there's the rigidness on it? So it sits, I don't know about you, I've had like carry bags and stuff that I put it up there and then it's like constantly sliding around. Well, this has that non-slip grip to it, if you will, right? Easy to use, durable, 24 hours of battery life. Press and hold it to turn it on. Doo-doo. And let's see. Let's see if I can connect this. I haven't had my music going. But we're going to get some music now. Music now. I think we're connected. Let's find out. Ah, D8 connected. Now that's not very loud. Okay, so I have it maxed out here. So then I'm also controlling the volume from my device. So when I turn it down, my Spotify down here, it controls the volume. So it's like a remote control. Watch this. Yeah, okay. It can get really loud. So you won't have trouble having a party in the backyard or at the beach with the W King. It's boasting 50 watts of punchy bass, and it has different settings. So if you see this right here, this is a graphic EQ presets. I don't know how well you'll be able to tell, but it changes the settings. So depending, if you're listening to classical music, you'd want it set one way. If you're listening to rap music or whatever, or hip hop, you want some more punch to it. I'm a bassy kind of guy. So that works really well. Again, 24 hours of life from a full charge, 8,000 milliamps built in. You can charge your phone right from it. And, all right, thank you for that. Okay, I'll just get the music going back on the iPad here.
Where my head has met my heart and they are beautifully.
Now I'm controlling it over here. Let's do this. There we go.
But sometimes it's hard to remember everything I've done that's brought me to this space. I started with embers, now a raging fire is burning in its
There we go.
place. I'll never surrender, rather try and fail.
All right. So I just noticed this as well. Let's bring that up. It's really solid at the end here too. All right, so it protects the speakers that are in here. And they vibrate, let me tell you. Water resistant, yeah, we talked about that. Charge right from your phone. Yeah, all day and night, there you go. Oh yeah, it allows you to connect to your Android smartphones without turning on Bluetooth. MPC feature, NFC feature. I don't know what that is. I'm an iPhone guy, but that's kind of cool. And there you go. Have a party with your friends anytime. And I just noticed this right here. Check this out. Purchase this. Click this coupon. You save an extra 10% off right now. So it's like another $7.60 or almost $8 off of the regular price here. So it's really a great time to do that. 4.5 star rating. Let's check that out. Is there a downloadable manual available? No idea, but you really don't need one. It's simple as it gets to use. There you go. Everything's removable. Yep. So 80% 5 stars, 13 4 stars, and then you know the rest, right? Battery life, sound quality, great. Yeah, and I love this. I use it not every day. It sits up over here, but when we do go out, when we can go out again, I take this with me, and it's really great product, and it's really great price. You don't, and under $100, and you're getting 24 hours of battery life and great sound. What do you want? What do you want? $50? Can't do that today, but we can give you 10% off. So check that out in there as well. Press and hold to shut it off. It's off. There you go. And the strap, I like that the strap is really sturdy and strong as well. All right, where are we at? Okay, let's go over to this. Yeah. Just brought these in yesterday into the broadcast is what I mean when I say that. All right, I've got a bunch of these around. I haven't done anything with them yet. I've got some Nano Leafs as well that I talked about yesterday. Just so you know, all of the broadcasts are recorded. So when you're done with this broadcast watching live here today, go back and watch the recorded ones or come back and watch them again another time so you don't miss anything. And that being said, if you don't want to miss anything, make sure you're hovering over here today and clicking the follow button so you don't miss out on any of the great deals we're talking about. Okay, smart LED strip. Chico. This is 65 feet of cool lights. All right. 4 reels of so it's at like 16 and a half feet each, right? Here's one thing I learned. So you got 4 reels here. So you connect them all together. You can actually, you can cut it on the end if you want them shorter. See, they're both the same at each end. Oh, no, they're not. Oh, I get it. Right. Gotcha. Let's roll that up in there. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right? And you got your standard, you got your standard plug in there as well. This is the connector for all of them, which you can control from here as well. Right? Get your demo mode, change the speed, and the different colors that are on it. And you get a remote control. So if you can't find your phone, but you can find this, right? Or maybe you lose this, but you got your phone. That's the cool thing, right? Connected to the Wi-Fi. Everything is all run off of your phone, so you can change colors, you can change the speed, you can set it up so that it flashes and changes colors to the beat of the music that's playing. There's so much flexibility you can do, and it comes with a really nice, easy to read and understand manual on how to use the remote, right down to how to use the remote, what this product is capable of doing, where to download the app, how to use the app. It's very, very clear. And again, solid box and a good manual says a whole lot about a product, right? Now, one of the things I did learn that I should mention, right there, don't buy 2 of these and expect to connect all 8 together for one big long one. It won't work. There's not enough power. It wasn't designed for that. It was designed to run 4 or less of these RGB spools. So buy 2 if you want. If you need that many, but don't connect them all together. You just have to set them up separately, but you can control all of them still from one app, right? So that's the cool part. So you still have all that control that you're going to look for. And honestly, the simplest thing about it all is it'll just go to the beat of the music with the microphone that's built right into this controller. Or you can actually turn on the microphone on your phone, set your phone down, and the phone will detect what's happening in the room, and it'll change the colors that way. So many great options here. Under 30 bucks for like 65 feet of this stuff, right? So you can have a lot of fun doing this. I've actually been sitting down and kind of designing of like, okay, where am I going to put all this? Because I don't want to overdo it, but I want it to look cool. RGB lighting is definitely one of the biggest products on the planet right now, and it's certainly huge on Amazon, right? Any coupons for this one at the moment? It was $29.99. Now it's $25. So you're saving $4. 13% off right now here in the carousel. So a lot of these deals, you only get them while we're live. Some of them will stick around, but I have no way of knowing whether. So as soon as I'm done broadcasting today, that deal could be gone. The product's still there, but maybe not the same savings. So if you're thinking about it and you're wanting to get some of these, today's the day. Click on that button in the carousel and check out the different options that are available. See if this works for you. But good quality product because it comes in a solid box and it's got a great manual, and they're a nice sturdy product as well, which I love to see. So there you go, Kiko lights. I should get some set up back here, right? Maybe, and then I could demonstrate them better that way. All right. I think that's all I wanted to cover here today. You can go through the carousel at any time, like right now, and check out the other products. I've got the DJI Osmo stabilizer, the Osmo 3 and the Osmo 4. We're going to be talking about the DJI Mavic Mini 2 drone. In fact, likely on Saturday, I'll be going live from my my live streaming van. My son Jason will probably be with me, and we're going to go live from the van, and we're going to fly the drone. We're going to demonstrate the Mavic Mini for all of you. So if you're interested in drones, keep an eye out for Saturday when I go live. And to get notified of that, make sure you hover over, click that follow button so that you get notified whenever I go live here. Because Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then bonus days. I'm probably going to jump back in here tomorrow as well. Got to check a few other things, and we'll see. But I really do appreciate all of you being here. Again, don't forget to follow. It's really supportive to all the live streamers that are here on Amazon Live. When you click the follow button, it lets them know to Amazon that we're accomplishing and building communities around here, which is what we want to do. And we want to bring you the best product that are available on Amazon, the quality product and quality reviews. Thanks so much for being here, everybody. That's all the time I got for you today. Until next time, stay safe and happy shopping.